My bad, epic fail from the beginning. What's going on, everybody? How are we doing today? Stitch, what's good? Leighton, what's good? What's good? Jay Clark, thanks for stopping by, bro. Everybody hit that like button. Let's get this thing to 20 likes, 15 likes, all that good stuff. Smash your T, what's good? Saltiest Gaming, everybody, what's going on today? Well, today was quite a day, wasn't it? Today was quite a day. I mean, my fat camera's all out of focus. Today was quite a day, wasn't it? I mean, we went from having this high of just everybody's excited for the Direct, right? Everybody's just excited for the Nintendo Direct. And then this morning, I'd say about 3 a.m., 2:30 a.m., Nintendo hit us with the news that there is no Direct, right? We're not doing a Direct. There was a earthquake. I almost said hurricane. There is an earthquake that happened in the island of Hokkaido, which, by the way, fun fact, there's a restaurant here in the area that is named Hokkaido that I got all my sushi from. But not to make any jokes, but there was a hurricane in Hokkaido, Japan. And I mean, this one was pretty bad. Let's see here. This was as of 12:28 p.m. Eastern. So it says at least 7 people were killed and a 6.6 earthquake measured. They said that, they said more than 150 people were injured, landslides, all that good stuff. 6.7 says here. I mean, it's just awful. I mean, it really is. It really is. It's bad. So, I mean, let's keep our thoughts, good vibes, prayers, whatever you want to say, to Japan, to Nintendo, to that country. And you know what? My thought on this was when Nintendo first canceled it, I thought I was a little disappointed at first, right? Like, we all probably were disappointed that, hey, there's not a Direct coming today, right? And so my first thought was I was just disappointed. Just disappointment was the first thing, right? And then as you start to do research and you start to dig into it about how bad it really was, then it starts to make sense, right? The one thing I want to say to Nintendo and about Nintendo is good on Nintendo for doing this. I don't know about everybody in the chat, but I live in the United States of America, where tragedies like this, I don't say they get swept under the rug, but the United States of America is so big. Let's say if an earthquake hit, middle of America here where I live, like, the news would have just been swept under the rug and the event would have just kept going on. And, you would have heard the typical thoughts and prayers go to people in the Midwest, and then the event still would have happened, right? Like, they would have, it's almost like here in the United States of America, like we're not desensitized, but we just kind of have this business first sort of culture, right? And so good on Nintendo. And I say this because I am just taken aback by the culture of Japan, to where they seem to have such a sense of honor, and respect to their culture, everybody in the culture, no matter where they come from. They always seem to have a sense of, and not just their culture, but everybody's culture. Constant reminder that games are an escape from tragic reality from time to time. Exactly. Rico says, probably won't see a Nintendo Direct until the end of next week. It's Japanese culture that the media pays and respects and puts things on halt. Times of tragedy. Exactly. And that was I'm saying, like, here in the United States of America, I feel like that this tragedy would have just been on CNN, swept under the rug, and then the show would have just gone on as usual, business as usual. And I am taken aback by the culture in Japan. What's going on, Turbo Jesse? I'm taken aback by the culture in Japan. I'm taken aback just their sense of respect and honor that they would cancel something. Because, I mean, we all know that. I mean, it may not be huge in the spectrum of Japan, like the Direct could have been, but they went ahead and canceled it and said, you know what, doesn't need to happen. Let's pay our respects, and just hats off to Nintendo for it. Hats off to Nintendo for it, and anybody who is mad and upset about it, get over it. I mean, that's the best thing I can say. Edward says there's a possibility that the direct will be on the 13th. So let's hold on to that possibility. We got 20 people watching. Everybody hit that like button. Let's get to 20 likes. Let's get this thing going. Share out the video, all that good stuff. If it's not yet confirmed by Nintendo, I mean, I could see it definitely next week. Like Ryoko just said, they'll probably wait about a week. So it'll probably be next week. And then we'll get our direct and everybody will be happy and everybody will be good. You know, just wait a week, people. It'll be a-okay. Other than that, let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. Thoughts with Japan, prayers with Japan. If anybody knows, I said this in my Discord and I'll say it now. If anybody knows, if there's a charity out there, a real charity, not just like a charity that takes your money and doesn't do anything, but like a real charity, or if anybody knows anybody who's taking donations, hit me up. I would love to put that link in the chat. I'm all for it. I'm all for helping out those in need over there in Japan, because it's a huge tragedy. We're talking. Let me just look at the update here, because like I said, it said 9 dead, but I'm pretty sure the numbers went up. 150 were injured. I think they said there was a bunch of people missing, and you know, we know what missing usually means nowadays. Is just they can't find the people. They're probably, you know, it's just sad, man. It's just sad. It's just sad. Turbo just says Red Cross. What's good? KAG, what's up? Jay Clark, who cares if something terrible happens in America, but is always first. Always hate that thought. Exactly. Spawnway put up a link in this video. Well, I'll go check that link and then we'll go ahead and take it from there. But yeah, I mean, I'm all for donating anything, everything, to the cause for this. It's not good. It really isn't. And I feel like what they're reporting us, I feel like the numbers are way more than that, especially with something like this. People's homes gone, people are homeless, people are missing, 9 deaths reported, 150 injured, and I feel like there's more because they said there's tons of people missing. So as that news unfolds or whatever, I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know, on CNN, we're going to have to, you know, really find some news for this, because I'm pretty sure it's just going to be reported as CNN and then whatever, and then it'll be swept under the rug. Typical American media. Did you see what EA is doing about the loss of Big? I did not see that. What are they doing, Ed? What are they doing? Bad latency. CNN would have to take a break from conspiracy theory nonsense for 5 minutes to bother covering a tragedy outside of the coast. I mean, fair enough. Bad latency. Fair enough. But like I was saying, thoughts and prayers out to them. Everybody, just positive vibes that way. And if you feel like donating, donate it to a good cause for this. So we're gonna move on to the subjects. I hate to start out with that, heavy news first, but before we get into the news, let's just start a level of business. So I asked last night, people, do you want merch? A couple people said yes. My wife was really pushing it. You should put merch up. So there is a link in the description box for merch on Streamlabs. If anybody's interested, I'll post that link right here. That is a link for Nintendo Direct merch. If anybody is interested, check them out. I just kind of put some logos on there and made them as cheap as I possibly could. All that good stuff. But all these companies, third-party companies on demand, it's a little bit different. So check those out. Ed says link is in Discord server. Where'd you post that? In the general? Sharing is caring. Gotcha. All right, check that out. Either way, check out the link for the merch if anybody is interested. All that good stuff. What's going on, Soul Eater? Once again, also check out the other links in the description if you want to support, donations, Patreon, all that. Get that out of the way. Let's talk about some news. So I found this bit of news today, and I found this one interesting. I want to talk about it. Pokemon Go. Now remember, Pokemon Go came out 2 years ago, and I mean everybody was playing Pokemon Go. My mom was playing Pokemon Go. Your mom was playing Pokemon Go. My grandpa was playing Pokemon Go. My uncle, my aunt, my cousin, my cousin's cousins, my sister's baby daddy, Deontay, all that stuff. And I don't know why I did that, but all that good stuff. Everybody was playing Pokemon Go, right? Like everybody was playing Pokemon Go, and it seems like that fad died off, right? There's still a good amount of people that play Pokemon Go, but it seemed to die out. Well, reports came out, and I thought this was interesting. Pokemon Go averages $2.5 million per day. Per day. Per day. That's a mobile game. $2.5 million per day for Pokemon Go. And I only want to report on this news because we have talked about this in podcasts before. It seems like Nintendo is really reaching for the mobile market with the Switch and the mobility of the Switch. With these mobile games that they're putting out, Pokemon Run, Mario Run, Animal Crossing, Pocket Camp, and then the Mario Kart Tour that's supposed to be coming later. I mean, they're here. And I feel like when you see those numbers, you start to see why, right? Like, you start to see why some of these companies, the Bethesdas and the EA, like, remember during E3, people were bashing EA for showcasing a mobile game at E3, right? Like, we bashed them in the gaming community. Why would you do that? That's stupid. We don't need to see a mobile game. But we all know that E3 is for investors and whatnot, and investors want to see what's down the road. But that's a big deal. Like, mobile gaming is a big deal to these companies, and so I found it interesting. $2.5 million per day. I feel like we need to expect more mobile games from Nintendo here. Seems like Nintendo is starting to spread their market now. Exactly, whether it's Labo, toys, mobile, Nintendo Switch, console, hybrid / handheld, all that good stuff. It's all there. I just found that news crazy. It's still to this day averaging $2.5 million per day. What's more, the app saw a 39% spending increase. A spending increase. So people are still playing this game and spending lots of money playing this game. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Has anybody out there played like Run Mario Run or Animal Crossing Pocket Camp? Because I haven't played the Animal Crossing. I have played Run Mario Run though, and I did enjoy playing that quite a bit. But then when I found out you had to pay for extra levels, I was like, oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. So was no one gonna admit they overreacted for Spider-Man? Turns out it was an upgrade, not a downgrade. I mean, I thought that news was over. Smash JT says, I stopped playing mobile a while back. The hashtag never again. Griff, we hype. Yes, we are hype, my man Griff. What's going on, my dude? Everybody, like I said, hit that like button. Let's get this thing to 20 likes. Griff, how are you doing today? Good, sir. I hope you are fine. This is my homie Griff. He's a big PUBG dude. Big PUBG dude on Twitch. Check him out. Dope dude. Nah, it comes out tonight, bro. I mean, I'm talking about the downgrade news, bro. Like, the downgrade news about Spider-Man was it's over now. I'm pretty sure like that news is just spread out. The Hirako says, I don't play mobile games, but my sister plays Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. She has spent a butt ton of money on it, and that's my point. That is my point. That is my point. So there you go. Like, these mobile games are making tons of money, and it's ridiculous. And you expect to see more updates. I mean, Nintendo, didn't they just show us? They have a YouTube channel called Nintendo Mobile where they just showed us that mobile game. Was it Dragalia Lost or whatever? Like, yeah, like Nintendo's diving into this thing. Like, they have their own YouTube mobile channel now. I didn't fail for the bashing on the downgrade. Well, of course you didn't, Ed. If everybody doesn't know, Ed is a Sony fanboy. I'm kidding, bro. But either way, I just thought that was interesting that Pokemon Go is still making that much money to this day. It's kind of a ridiculous number. Let's move on to the next bit of news. So apparently, there has been talks about Octopath Traveler in a sequel. They were talking about it. What do you guys think about this? I mean, hold on a second. My computer is now frozen. It's now frozen. Oh no, I don't like this at all. How's everybody doing today as this pulls up? I don't like this at all. Okay, here we go. So they talked about the sequel coming up. Can they top the first one? I don't know, Jake. It will be tough. Nah, they'll announce Bravely Default 3rd before Octopath, and that was also in the news that they were talking that's not out of the possibility for Bravely Default. So Jake says, can they top the first one? It'll be tough. I mean, really, Just make another 8 set of characters. I mean, it's like Final Fantasy, bro. Like, how many Final Fantasies have been out? Forever. I mean, Octopath Traveler, they just gotta repeat the formula, add some little new mechanics here and there, update the graphics, and I think it would be just fine, just like Final Fantasy. Just like Final Fantasy. Ryoko, as much as people complain about indie games on the Switch, I think they've helped push the Switch in sales charts the most. They aren't mobile games, but they are on mobile hardware and cheap. I mean, yes. They are on mobile hardware, and that's another thing. I was going to talk about this, but I didn't put it in here. There is news that the game Dead Cells, when comparing the sales to PlayStation and Nintendo Switch, like the Dead Cells sales on Nintendo Switch, like, are 4 times as many on the PlayStation. 4 times as many. So I mean, that kind of proves your point there, Ryoko. Like, yeah, people are more willing to buy indie games on something mobile because they are that, indie games, and it's a lot cooler to take those on the go instead of sitting in your house. I'm always a PlayStation fanboy. Well, there you go, Ed. PUBG getting that 1.0 update on Xbox this week, still weak. I mean, I stopped playing PUBG a long time ago, bro. I think they could easily top the first Octopath. I mean, I think they could too. Like I said, all it takes is a new set of 8 protagonists, much like Final Fantasy. Update the graphics, new story, and maybe add some more mechanics there. Easy. 100% easy. 100%. So I found this one funny as well. We're moving on to the next one because there's not much to talk about there other than the Bravery Default one. What is this? Oh, Nintendo just put up a new trailer, God Wars. I wonder what that is. What is God Wars, guys? Does anybody know what God Wars is? Because it looks interesting. Just by the thumbnail, anyway. So we're going to move on to this one. So, this was a kind of bit more funny news here. There is a rumor, for those of you in the United States of America, or if you're overseas and you like to travel, if you guys are familiar with Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida, and the Universal Resort, there is a rumor, and I want to show you guys this picture, but I don't know how I can get it. But there is a rumor that there will be a Legend of Zelda themed part. I don't know if it's gonna be a theme park, but theme part in Universal Studios. I just think that would be dope. Fun news there. I mean, if there was a Legend of Zelda theme in Universal Studios, would you guys go? I mean, I'd still go to Universal Studios, period, but would it entice you more to go? I think it would entice me more to go, honestly. Jake and Bacon. So apparently the new direct date is September 14th, according to Splatoon 2. So what do you mean according to Splatoon 2? Yeah, I checked the new releases. The Yoshi, what is it? Yoshi, what's it called? Yoshi, what's the title? Yeah, oh man, hold on. Yoshi new title. How about that? What's it called? Yoshi's Creative World, Flippy World, something like that. I haven't checked all of them yet. Like I said, I just got home. I had to go to my son's soccer practice. I haven't had time to really sit down. I just gathered some news and that's it. So I really haven't gone through the eShops for the new releases yet. That's just me being busy, having to do things. Really, Ed. So, anyway, back to this though. Waluigi ain't. What do you guys think about this though? Do you want this to happen? Because I want this to happen. Legend of Zelda Universal Studios Park. Sign me up. Sign me up all day. Sign up. Let's look at these releases though, real quick, man. Let's look at these releases though, real quick, because Ed's over here talking about, look at these. Well, Mario Kart was open. My kid's been playing the Switch. Oh no, that's not good. So let's look these up real quick, because I can't show y'all any of these. I mean, I could show you my, my Switch screen, but nothing really impressive at all. So what's in there, Ed? What do you like in there, Ed? Since you're having me do this live, let me put in my password here. I hate the fact that you have to put in the password every time. that this much annoys me about this. This annoys me about the eShop is Riot Cool. I want to know what happened to Banner of the Maid. It was announced for Switch a while back, and I haven't heard anything heavily inspired by Tactics Over. Hyper Drifter. Tony Turbo, what's good? Hyper Drifter on there is definitely on there. Go Home. I've heard about Go Home, bro. That one looks interesting. There's God Wars. Planet Alpha is another one. Planet Alpha is one that I actually applied to get a code for, and I guess they said, no, you can't have it. Personal account. Is that you? What's good? Is that you, Skits? What's up, homie? So Hyper Drifter's definitely one on there. Broforce, Gone Home. Planet Alpha's definitely one. Son of a Witch, that's pretty interesting. God Wars. What is God Wars? Because I haven't seen this one. That looks very weeaboo-ish. Weeaboo, however you say it. Chillin'. Good, Tony. I would have to go with Hyper Drifter for sure. That's one that I want to get. You have Broforce on PS4. What's it like? What kind of game is it? I've never heard of that. But man, this Planet Alpha game looks really interesting though. That's the one. You never played it, but you got it. Well, there you go. This Planet Alpha one looks very interesting. Claws of Fury, that's another one that I applied for. Didn't get the code for that. Siggy, that one's coming out. What's today? Siggy's coming out tomorrow. I need to put that one out. There's some good games in there. Dust and Translator are also on their way. It's like 80s. It's like an 80s hero shooter. I like that. That sounds interesting. So anyway, that'll do it. I guess that'll do it for the stream here tonight, guys. I mean, not much there. Really hoping for the Direct, but you know, that got canceled due to understandable circumstances. So let's see here. Anybody have anything else they want to talk about in the chat? We're just chilling here. Broforce is great. It's kind of like all the old 80s action movies in one game with over the top side scrolling shooting. So is it like, I guess, like what, Hotline Miami, I guess you would describe it? Is that what you describe the game as? Hotline Miami? Why Irrelevant Native, what's going on, my dude? Why did it get canceled? There was an earthquake in Hokkaido, and it was a pretty serious one, a 6.7 on the Richter scale. Landslides, flooding, all that stuff. It caused a lot of mess. People are homeless. Homes were washed away. They said so far 9 people were reported dead, 150 injured, and I can't remember what the numbers are on people missing, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So I mean, Nintendo went ahead and canceled it because of the earthquake there. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's pretty big tragedy, dude. It really is, man. It's like I said at the beginning of the stream, thoughts and prayers out there. If you want to help out, donate. And like I mentioned before, I'm just baffled. I'm not baffled. I'm just taken aback at Japan's culture to the fact that they literally canceled the Nintendo Direct and just said, look, we need to cancel it. Things are happening here. We need to honor this and not really go about business. Unlike in America, if this would have happened in America, in the middle of America, maybe New York, it would have been a big deal. Maybe LA, it would have been a big deal. But in the middle, anywhere in America, anywhere else in America, if this was to happen, it would have been business as usual in America. We all know it. Those headphones look nice. Thanks, bro. They're really cheap. You can get them on Amazon for $39.99. Tell them I sent you. But either way, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. Check out the links in the description box. We have a merch store now. Yes, we do. Everybody, go there. Check it out. You don't have to buy anything, but check it out. There's the link right there. Also, Patreon and donations as well if you want to support the stream and the channel. As I mentioned, not a whole lot of news here. We kind of got stymied by the Direct being canceled, so there's not a whole lot to talk about. But I appreciate y'all for stopping by and hanging out anyway. It's always fun doing this. I always enjoy doing this. It is the best. Oh, by the way, By the way, before we get out of here, I forgot already. So let me go ahead and let me click on this real quick. So the homie Saltiest Gaming, my homie Saltiest Gaming, he's an Xbox dude, and as you guys know, I am also an Xbox dude. I am back on the panel for the Saltiest Gaming podcast. That'll be tonight, I believe, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, I believe. I can't believe I don't know I'm going to be on the panel. I'm back on the panel again. The boys are back in town. It's going to be a good time. Click that link, subscribe to him. That way you don't miss it. I'll be there tonight. It's going to be great. But as I mentioned, links, merch, all that good stuff. Check it out. Appreciate you guys. It was a great time. Great time. A little more chill, laid back. When I have more news, we'll get it tomorrow for sure. If not, we're just going to hang out again. All that good stuff. Maybe we'll play a game or two. I don't know. But regardless, share the stream, share the channel, tell everybody to subscribe, tell all your friends. This is the best half hour of your day. We'll see you guys later.